Have you ever wondered what sets genius minds apart from the rest of us? It's not just about IQ scores or academic achievements. There are strange, unexpected traits that psychologists say are common among people with genius level minds. So, what makes someone truly stand out intellectually? Let's break it down. 1. They're often insensitive to social norms. Have you noticed how some of the most brilliant minds can seem a little out of sync with society? It's like they don't care about following social rules or expectations. Here's the psychology behind it. Genius minds often disregard social norms because they're too focused on their own ideas and passions. They're willing to challenge the status quo because their intellectual curiosity drives them beyond conventional thinking. It's not about being rebellious for the sake of it, it's about focusing on what they truly believe matters, even if others don't understand. This can come across as awkward or socially insensitive, but it's a sign of intellectual independence. 2. They have an absurdly high tolerance for boredom. Geniuses are often labeled as boredom resistant. Have you ever noticed how some people can sit through long stretches of unstructured time and still be productive? They don't mind boredom. Sometimes they even thrive in it. Psychologically, this trait is linked to a high tolerance for monotony. While many people need constant stimulation to stay engaged, genius minds can focus deeply, even in situations that might bore others to tears. They use this boredom as a way to think more creatively or dive into intense self-reflection. For them, silence and stillness are opportunities for the mind to wander and explore new ideas. 3. They overthink, but it leads to insight. Have you ever found yourself in a conversation with someone who just can't stop analyzing everything? It might seem like overthinking, but for geniuses, this constant analysis can lead to profound insights. Psychologists call this cognitive depth. Genius minds tend to dig deeper into problems, connections, and possibilities that most people overlook. While overthinking can sometimes lead to stress, for these individuals, it's a tool for uncovering new ideas and innovative solutions. They can't help but dissect things from every angle, because for them, that's where the real breakthroughs happen. 4. They're extremely self-critical. You've probably heard that perfectionism can be a weakness. But in the case of genius minds, it's often the driving force behind their success. Geniuses tend to have extremely high standards for themselves, which can make them appear overly self-critical. Psychologically, this is tied to their constant pursuit of improvement. They rarely feel satisfied with their work because they're always seeking to push the boundaries of their own potential. While this trait can lead to frustration or feelings of inadequacy, it's also what keeps them constantly learning, evolving, and creating at an exceptional level. 5. They are obsessed with one thing at a time. Here's something you might not expect. Genius minds are often deeply focused on one subject, idea, or project at a time. While multitasking is praised in today's fast-paced world, geniuses tend to reject it. They immerse themselves completely in one thing, whether it's a scientific theory, an art project, or a mathematical problem, until they master it. This intense focus allows them to dive deep into subjects without distractions. Psychologically, this is called monotropic attention. They're able to shut out the noise and devote their energy entirely to what matters most to them. And this is often when their most creative ideas come to life. 6. They're highly empathetic, but often struggle with emotions. It may surprise you, but many geniuses are incredibly empathetic. They have a deep understanding of others' emotions, yet they struggle with their own. Psychologists say that people with high intellectual capacity often have a greater sensitivity to the feelings of others. This sensitivity can make them excellent at understanding complex social dynamics. However, their emotional complexity can also cause them to feel overwhelmed or misunderstood. Geniuses often prioritize logic over emotions, which can create an internal conflict between what they feel and what they think. 7. They experience mental exhaustion more than others. Have you ever heard the phrase, too much of a good thing? Well, geniuses often experience mental exhaustion from thinking too deeply. The sheer amount of mental energy they expend on processing complex ideas or solving difficult problems can leave them drained. Psychologically, this exhaustion happens because their brains are constantly working at a high capacity. This intense mental activity can lead to burnout if not balanced properly. But it's a trade-off that comes with their extraordinary cognitive abilities. It's just part of the deal when your mind is constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. So, what's the takeaway here? Genius-level minds don't just think differently, they experience the world differently. From their disregard for social norms to their obsessive focus on one idea at a time, these weird traits all contribute to their extraordinary abilities. The next time you encounter someone who seems a little off or different, remember, their quirks might just be a sign of their genius. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Human Codex for more psychological deep dives, and share this with someone who might be a genius in disguise. Catch you in the next one.